My name is Chaitali Verikar. I am assistant professor in botany in PS College of Arts and Science. This program is for Bachelor of Science first year. The subject is Botany Generic Elective for semester 1. Title of the unit is Microbiology of Wastewater Treatment. Module name is Anaerobic Digestion and Anaerobic Filters. Module number is 14. This is the outline. Introduction to anaerobic digester and anaerobic filters. Microbiology of anaerobic digestion. Process of anaerobic digestion and process of anaerobic filters. And advantages and disadvantages of anaerobic digestion and anaerobic filters. At the end of the lecture, the learner is going to understand the concept of anaerobic digestion and anaerobic filters, also the process of anaerobic digestion and the anaerobic filters, and the learner is going to cite different advantages and disadvantages of both the digestion and the filters. Now, starting with the introduction, anaerobic digestion is the process wherein the microorganisms break down organic or inorganic matter into simpler chemical form without using oxygen. So, this technology is used in the treatment of organic waste such as sewage sludge, organic farm waste, municipal solid waste, or green or the botanical waste, or even the organic industrial waste or the commercial waste. According to historical evidences, anaerobic digestion process is one of the oldest technology. The industrialization of this anaerobic digestion began in 1859 with the first digestion plant in Bombay. After that, by 1895, biogas was recovered from the sewage treatment facility and it was used in fuel street lamps in Exeter, England. Now, coming to the techniques of anaerobic digestion, different types of the bacteria are used here, like for example, acetogens and the methanogens. So, in this process, acetogens like Pseudomonas, Escherichia, and Aerobacter type of the bacteria are used, while the methanogens like Methanococcus, Methanobacterium, and Methanoscarcina type of the bacteria are used, which further helps in the process of anaerobic digestion, thereby promoting the chemical process in converting the biomass to biogas. Now, coming to the factors affecting the process of anaerobic digestion, these are the different factors which are responsible for the selection of the process. Now, the first three, that is solid retention time, hydraulic retention time, and the temperature, these three are the main important factors in the process of anaerobic digestion. So, coming to the first one, that is solid retention time, it is also denoted as SRT. So this is SRT is the average time which wherein the solid takes to held in the anaerobic digestion. So the three main processes which are further involved in the anaerobic digestion, that is hydrolysis, acidogenesis, and the methanogenesis. These three processes are indirectly dependent upon this SRT. If there is an increase in SRT or decrease in SRT, it will also affect the three main processes which I mentioned just now. So, if the SRT is less than the minimum level, the bacteria cannot grow rapidly and hence the process of the digestion is affected. Next is the hydraulic retention time, which is denoted as HRT. This is the average time taken by liquid and the volatile solid which are held in anaerobic digestion. HRT helps in conversion of the liquid or the volatile solid to biomass to the biogas. Next is the temperature. Now, temperature is one of the most important factor here because it helps in determining the rate of anaerobic digestion, especially the hydrolysis process and the methanogenesis process. Next factor is alkalinity. Alkalinity is the buffering capacity of water to neutralize the acid. So, whenever the methogens or some other bacteria are not able to cope up in the anaerobic digestion, the nature of the alkalinity helps in neutralizing the water system. Next is the pH. Now, pH is one of the most important factor with the temperature because some of the bacteria are dependent completely on the pH. So the change in pH or the fluctuation in pH may affect the growth of the bacteria and their function in anaerobic digestion. So in the most cases, the pH is kept or considered around 6.5 to 7.5. Next is the presence of inhibitory substances. Here, the inhibitory substances, like for example, some organic or for example, ammonia or some heavy metals, may affect the process of the anaerobic digestion. Now, coming to the process of anaerobic digestion, there are three main steps which are involved in this. First step is hydrolysis. In hydrolysis, complex organic matter is broken down into simpler form, that is fatty acid, amino acids or sugars, by using some of the important bacteria. Next is acidogenesis. In acidogenesis, acidogenic bacteria or acidogens are used, which further helps in degrading the previous compound which is left over. The next is the methanogenesis. This is the terminal step out of all the three steps. Now in this methanogenesis, methogens or the methogenic bacteria, they act upon or they convert the intermediate product which is formed by these preceding steps. And after the conversion, the two main important byproducts are formed, that is methane and carbon dioxide. This is the single stage digester, wherein the cylindrical tank is used and on the top of the cylindrical tank a fixed cover is placed. So this fixed cover helps in the excess capacity storage of the gas. Now as we can see here, these are the inlets which helps to provide or generate the sludge inside the tank. So once the sludge are added, the sludge will be mixing vigorously and the digested sludge will be taken out from the air. But it is important to remove or withdraw the digested sludge before the new sludge is added to the tank. So once the sludge is added here, the three reactions that we seen, that is hydrolysis, acidogenesis and the methanogenesis, will be acting upon here, and the microorganisms will be converting the organic waste or the organic matter into simpler chemical forms. So after that, the byproduct that will be formed will be the methane and carbon dioxide. Now the second one is stage 2 digester. Again here, the same two tanks are used. First is similar to the stage 1 tank and second is the independent tank, that is called as stratified tank and a secondary tank. Now in the case of this first tank, again the sludge is added with the help of this sludge inlet. Here the sludge will be added. Again the microorganisms will be acting upon the organic matter. That organic matter will be digested to sludge. That sludge will be taken from this sludge outlet and it will be added to the secondary tank here, wherein the digested sludge, supernatant and scum will be added. So both these tanks help in providing or help in producing the gas, that is the methane and the carbon dioxide. Now the advantages of anaerobic digestion. It helps in methane recovery by most of the microbial biomass which is produced in aerobic growth, that is biomass, which can be used as an alternate fuel source, that is green solution. It also helps in reduction of the landfill gas, which when broken down aerobically releases methane into atmosphere. Another advantage of this anaerobic digestion is that it occupies less volume and it is easier to dry. Disadvantages: when carried out at a commercial scale on farms or at wastewater treatment works, it requires high level of investment in large tanks and other process vessels. If run inefficiently, it can also cause odor nuisance. Now the second one is anaerobic filters. This anaerobic filter is an attached biofilm system, fixed bed or fixed film reactor that aims at recovering non-settlable and dissolved solid. So this fixed bed reactor, it consists of different materials such as gravels, crushed rocks and the pumice stone. Originally, it was developed to treat high strength industrial waste and it may be operated in upflow and downflow mode. So this is the process, or this is the instrument which is used for anaerobic filter. It consists of effluent tanks which will be storing the wastewater. Now here, with the help of the pump, the wastewater will be generated from effluent tank to the anaerobic filter. After filtration, the microorganisms which are present here, they will be again acting upon the organic matter, and there will be the conversion of the organic matter to the simpler form by using three reactions, that is hydrolysis, acidogenesis and the methanogenesis. So the byproduct that is formed, that is methane and the carbon dioxide, will be taken out from this outlet, and the other waste material or the matter will be stored here in the sewage, that is called as secondary treatment. Advantages: it requires low operating cost, low sludge is produced and the sludge is stabilized, and the moderate area is required for the anaerobic filters. Disadvantages: it requires expert design and construction. Effluent and sludge require further treatment or appropriate discharge. There can be a risk of clogging depending upon the pre and primary treatment. These are the references. Thank you.